Hey everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the SONOS Playbar, priced at $699 US when it launched back in 2013, and still holding firm at $700 here in 2015. The Playbar is arguably one of the best soundbars on the market, especially if you're looking for more than a traditional soundbar experience, but you're interested in streaming your music to your device, your soundbar, wirelessly. And this does support both iOS and Android. That has seen revision, whereas this soundbar really has not. Sonos has stuck with the same product because, quite frankly, the market has not answered or really brought up any competition that puts the Playbar in any sort of jeopardy, which is why I'm sharing it with all of you today. So at $700, all you're getting is the soundbar itself. It takes an optical input from your TV, very simple, and anything connected to your TV using HDMI, DisplayPort, essentially the audio will be passed through to the Playbar. You then also have the opportunity to network this sucker and, as I mentioned before, play back just about any music you could possibly want. So if you're looking for more than just a soundbar, Sonos has delivered on that promise. With regard to audio quality, well, I'm going to find out firsthand, but let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. And it is a very large box, in case you did not notice. I mean, half of it is literally not exposed. But, you know, you've got a handle here as if this was like a desktop PC. I'm going to go ahead and flip this thing over carefully, and you can actually see their depiction of the bar you're about to see. But I'm going to cut it open. Tape runs all along the bottom. I purchased this from Amazon, for those of you that are curious. This is not a review unit. So that tells you how dedicated I was to really finding the best product that I could. I do currently have one of the Sony XBR 4K displays that does have incredible onboard audio, really best in class if you're looking for the soundbar in the TV solution. But if you don't have that luxury, this is really one of the best ways to go, in my opinion. Now keep in mind, you're only getting the soundbar for $700 here. You are not getting the balance. Let me flip this over, hopefully accident free. You are not getting the wireless subwoofer. Of course, you get to plug that in for power, or the wireless rear channels. So those are all going to be additional in the event that you're after those, so that's something to keep in mind. And really, at the end of the day, you're looking at spending close to, I would say, I don't know if it's roughly $2,000 when all is said and done, but it is a significant premium considering what you are getting. But that's if you need the full effect. You know, if you're really still trying to achieve wireless 5.1. The other nice thing is that these satellites can be pretty much anywhere in your house and still play back music. So it's about as intelligent a speaker as you're going to get. So let me see if I can get this styrofoam out of here again without any injuries happening. And I wasn't expecting this to be quite as large as it is. I know only so much of it is actually in frame. Everything appears to be very well padded. The packaging, by the way, on this, very nice. I give them credit, Sonos, for that. And let's see if I can just slide this sucker out of here, even though you all are missing it, and I know I'm away from the microphone. Let's see if I can just slide this out. Work with me here. I'm going to bring the speaker aside, put that down. It's wrapped up in linen-esque cotton here. And that's basically it. Nothing else in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and take the box away and bring the speaker. I didn't even see a startup guide in here, but there probably is. I'll see if I can come back to that or not. But let's get to the speaker itself. So here it is, and not quite as large as the box itself, still not all in frame, definitely weighty, but you expect quality. Again, this is a $700 soundbar, and there are a lot of options. For those of you wondering right now, couldn't I have chosen something else? Yeah, there are a lot of $300, $400 soundbars, and there are soundbars that are over $1,000 as well. But in terms of delivering, in my opinion, something that's unique that not every other soundbar does, that's what Sonos delivers on here. And that's what makes this product interesting. And again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that's part of the reason we haven't seen this updated. Now, it's designed to work in two different profiles. You can see one of the infrared sensors right there. And that's because you can mount this in two different positions. The position we're looking at right now, as I literally unsheath this bad boy, or you can mount it sideways. So it's really a matter, I'm not doing this the way I should have, it's really a matter of personal preference how you end up mounting this thing. And that'll also come down to how you have your TV mounted. I would say that'll probably actually determine the orientation you'll want to mount the Playbar in. But there you have it. Feels like it's about, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds. Maybe it's more and I'm unaware, but flipping it over, going to give you a nice close-up there of the only ports on this machine, or rather soundbar, right here. Going to take it in for a close shot, and you're going to see very little. This is about being a minimal solution in terms of simplicity and ease of use and just setting it up in a matter of minutes. Literally all you have are Ethernet ports here for networking, optical port for connecting to the TV. As I mentioned, everything's going to be passed through your television to the Playbar. So you could run into snags if you're dealing with older televisions. Some TVs also with HDMI, the pass-through on optical often will be defaulted to stereo, which some people are going to say, why have this elaborate, expensive soundbar with, I think there are 7 or 9 internal woofers in here, tweeters, excuse me, or drivers. But the whole point is that if it's going to be scaled down to 2.1 audio, what good is it? You know, you're losing the 5.1. Of course, Sonos is selling that you can create the 5.1 with the balance of the equipment. But still, if you are going to run into that gap there because of optical being basically a bottleneck in delivering multi-channel sound, then yeah, it's not ideal for you. I think music lovers, on the other hand, are more worried just about general stereo performance. And in fact, a lot of TV viewers who are looking for simplicity rather than the complexity that many 5 and 7.1 systems bring to the table, that's who Sonos has always been after. So your power port, looks like I have a little bit of junk there from the factory. Again, optical and your Ethernet ports. And that's it. There is nothing else on this soundbar except for the actual speakers. Let me zoom back out and show you the other side of it. And it's a well-built product. I have heard this already, so it's not the first time that I'll be listening to one. You know, it's just a matter of, do you want to spend this sort of money? There's on a soundbar, especially one that isn't a complete system with a receiver that so many people are used to getting. There's that other IR blaster, so that whichever position, whether you have it like this or like this, you're going to be able to make contact with your remote and control whatever audio is coming out of here. And then the iOS and Android app is going to allow you to stream not just your own music collection, but use applications, all of your favorite music apps, basically stream that to the Playbar. And then if you do extend your Sonos network and buy all of the additional speakers, well, you know, this is just basically a dream for anyone who has a tremendous music collection or has an interest in moving in that direction. But otherwise, metal, plastic. On the side of the soundbar, I believe it's the left side, we do have, you can see right there clearly, a play and pause button, as well as a volume rocker, and then a single LED for power. And that is pretty much it. I mean, this is, I'll tell you, very solid, nice looking piece of equipment. I'm just hoping that it ends up delivering on performance. And then in my opinion, if it does, that's what convinces the base consumer to say, you know what, I invested in this, I'm going to take the leap and purchase the balance. Otherwise, you know, if you come away with not enjoying something like the Playbar, you certainly aren't going to want to make the jump to a 5.1 experience that's all wireless, even if it can stream from an iOS or Android device. That means smartphones in both realms. So very cool soundbar, no question about it. Still nothing else really quite like it on the market, which is why it still has that $700 premium retail price. And trust me, it is tough to find on sale. I myself did not. But I will be letting you all know whether or not it is still worth that $699 US price tag. Clearly, the market is dictating that it is. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.